Lorray. She just bought a new chain too, and she claiming it's better than Travis Scott's chain. So
Um, I don't speak too much on female artists because yeah, a lot of people just like say like, oh, you a hater, you being like you mad for you mad at a chick for getting money. Like, no, that's not the case. But she alright. She pretty lit for certain things. Like, but I'm not one of those. I'm not really big on it. Like, I'm like more lyrical artists, like more lyrical females. And yeah, but she good if you want to listen to like some party music. Yeah, she good and alright.
uh,
But otherwise, I'm not too big of a fan of her. I ain't gonna speak too much on it because I don't want to look like a hater. Because everybody wants to say, so everybody who has a negative review on female artists are now haters and mad because the females are getting money. That's not the case. Sometimes that's the case, but that's not the case here.
honestly, person, my opinion, and like I'm not like complete shit on any female artist at all. Honestly, any female artist has the same potential as a male artist. That's true. Like I heard a lot of females that being able to listen to a variety of music. I heard a lot of female artists that have badass music. So that is no cap at all. But as far as like the hottest artists right now, like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Corey LeRae, or anybody like Dojo Cat or whatever. I mean, dude, don't get me wrong, they vibe is flow as shit. Like I can honestly vibe to the music pretty much all day. But like at a certain point, bro, y'all pretty much do rap about the same shit, and it kind of does get lame out of the time. Like I mean, y'all can at least spice it up a little bit. Cause I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Like as somebody, I'm more into like like Sweet But Psycho or like Scars to You Beautiful and songs like that. Like because they actually got a meaning to it, or is it something like you know what I'm saying? Like it can't like actually, as an artist, bro, you can even hear him. Like, I barely rap about like twerking or like bitches and shit like that. That's not really my style. Now, do I like females? Of course, man. But I mean, I even at that, I got a whole girlfriend and shit like that. I mean, I'm just saying like that, man. Like, that's not what life is all about. I don't really care about pussy. It'll be a one time song. Like you know how they perform, like they did WAP, which was pretty much a hot song. Like no cap, watch the music video, everything. So for maybe like a day, it caught my interest. Other than that, like next day, it was like it flew past my face. Like you can't rap about the same shit all the time. Like spice it up a little bit, even hit different features. Like always try to get all the options. That's the point of music, man. Like get creative. Like rapping about the same shit over and over again. Like you have to think about it like this, man. Like I had advice from somebody before when I was in Cancun. On vacation. And he was like, man, you gotta think about it, okay? If you drop a hit right now, let's say someone gets a million views, maybe in past that, blows up on TikTok. Okay, you're famous for about a month. What do you do next? Okay, like somebody could be talking about that song all year, but they can stop talking about you next year. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's all about branding yourself and everything. Honestly, you have to be creative and come up with ideas to continue your career. Like Chris Brown, Drake, and all that, Lil Wayne, whoever you want to name, they've been out for over a decade. You want to know why? Because every song they drop gets hotter and hotter. That's how it's supposed to be. You want to like strive to continue your career, man. Like talking about the same shit every day, that's not gonna cut it, bro. That's just how I am. Like you can take XXXTentacion for example. Like that dude had different variety of music. He could sing, rap, do screamo type rap, everything. That's why people will constantly listen to him because he ain't just rapping out the same shit. It's different options. You know what I'm saying? If he was to live longer today, I guarantee you he would still be the hottest one in 2021. There's no doubt about that. Same thing with Juice WRLD. Was Juice WRLD? Yeah, he did depression shit, but it was a different vibe every song. That's why he was still up there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta explore your options when you get creative. That's just facts overall. So
Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't mind it. Don't get me wrong. I love my female artists and I love women in general. I'm attracted to them. But like, I like lyrical artists. So I like my lyrical artists like Young Ma or Young Ma. She is a dope artist. She can like rap her ass off. She was one of the hottest females in the character. She like and like lyrical wise, she can demolish everybody. The only person that can go up next to her and actually spitting is probably Cardi B. But they got some really dope. I like to listen to the more lyrical people like Dej Love. They got a lot of people who are more lyrical artists don't get talked about because this is just a generation of people who want to be like the next stripper or the biggest OnlyFans woman. Like they want to be rapping at the same time. That's why the rap game for females the way it is what it is because people grew up watching. I'm not gonna blame it completely, but people grew up watching love and hip hop stuff like that. That's why females the way they are nowadays with like being strippers and OnlyFans models nowadays. That's all you see. And that's all it gets rapped about. That's because that's all you see on TV. That's all that gets rapped about. No one wants to be like the next lawyer or nothing like that. But yeah,
exactly.
so that's why I like more lyrical females.
That's personally true, but I mean, man, like at least talk about like honestly, I feel like the greatest like impact on somebody is if you rap about a song dealing with depression. You want to why? Because everybody feels depression. That's something everybody goes through. So like, if you talking about real stuff or whatever, then people gonna dig that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because truthfully, honestly, like this is how I look at it, man. Like even if you are a big artist and stuff like that, okay, like talk about money because you got it, and that's true, you got it. Like I know, like even me, Cash Talk, like I drop Cash Talk, blew up and shit like that, but it's still not a hot song. You want to why? Because I'm rapping about money I don't got. Now, guarantee these other artists that actually got the money. That's cool, but we know you got the money. We want to know what you like. You gotta connect with your fan base, man. Like everybody deals with depression, so talk about it sometimes. Like that's a real shit. Like, well, speaking of, I do have a song I'm actually working on right now called Suicide Note. It's a pretty deep song. I think I have dropped a preview on it on Instagram before. I kind of deleted it because I'm changing up my Instagram page for other people to check it out. Trying to build a better representing myself better on Instagram. But I do have a song coming out called Suicide Note eventually. I'm working on it right now, so definitely stay in tune for that if y'all interested. I also have a song currently working on right now. It's a feature with YF&J. If you don't know who YF&J is, in my opinion, he's one of the hottest artists around Louisiana actually right now. Maybe I ain't saying he big time, but he definitely got a huge fan base. He hit 25K views on YouTube, and it was off of a channel that has like over 1 million subscribers. So that's pretty dope. YF&J, and I met this dude at the gym, man. But I do respect YF&J, man. He's a pretty like chill artist, man. He's real. He did acknowledge the way how hard, like my heart and passion in the music. So that's the whole reason why he is letting me do this feature with him and shit like that. So that should be a new song definitely coming out. So definitely check that out. It's called Life Through My Eyes, or something that's a little bit more real and shit like that about what's going on in the world and shit like that. So, but I should definitely be dropping like some pretty real ass shit because I mean, yeah, come up and Cash on was hype, but it's time I kind of like switch up my flow a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Explore my options, but that's just on my part. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, y'all have any hot things coming out eventually or what?
Yeah, I do. Like I have a couple plans. I finally made a beat for this one song called We Know. Tristan or Western slash Tristan. He knows about this one song called We Know. I've been working on it for like a couple years now, like 2 or 3 maybe at the three at the most. I've been trying to find the perfect beat for it. And when I finally found the perfect beat, because I made it myself, it just needs to be cleaned up, and I need to be like I need to rewrite some stuff. But I definitely have the hook for it, and that's going to be a great song. It's like talking about like where you been at and where you coming from. I think it's gonna be a big hit. I have a couple other songs I've been saving up. Like I got one named Circles. It's kind of like a Juice World type or slash Dior type song. Also, I have another one called Issues. It's another one I've been working on. That's what I've basically been working on, just writing and producing and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the topic of before I move on to saying what's your input Wes? What you got going on before we move on to the next topic? Before I talk what I'm about to say, what I'm saying.
Like on the last episode, I'm not gonna say too much. All I gotta say is that it's in the works.
Yeah, but my next topic is I know how speak on the topic of rapping and talking about the same thing and singing about the same thing. Not it's not only females rapping about the same thing. It's the males too. Like they always rap about how much money they got and how many women they get.
Gotta go. Sorry, I got business to handle. But hey, man, y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna be in the next episode, so don't just stay tuned, man. Hit me up on Instagram.
All right, as I was saying, on the topic of rapping and singing about the same thing, males rap about the same thing too. Like how much money they got, how much women they get, or if you want to go into the street stuff, like say like take like Young Boy and Fredo Bang and those artists like that, they rap about the same thing about how tough they are, how much money they got, well, how many people they even killed, how many drugs they even sold. I don't want to hear that. That's why like I think rap gets like a bad name, and like rappers now generation when somebody wants to say they want to be a rapper because especially like in the state I'm in certain cities like Baton Rouge and New Orleans and like Franklin, where they have like crime going on more in that area. People want to be like the next Young Boy and the next Fredo Bang because they trying to live the life but also rap at the same time. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that's everybody who wants to be a rapper and that's what it is. You got some rappers who rap about what they didn't did, like the life they used to live or the life that they're currently living. And some of the artists are just trying to live the life and trying to because like real people like they don't have to rap about being about the life and trying to live it at the same time. That's why so many people get in trouble like that nowadays. That's why like lyrical shit. Like I don't mind you talking about it as long as you like saying like as you got something positive to say about it.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'll take it for consideration that those type of people that rap about money, drugs, and all that shit, some of them can be lit, but at the same time, nobody's trying to hear all that shit. They're trying to hear something new. They're trying to go for something that's like, hot money and shit, hot rapper out there. They want to see what potential you have, not what you have. Because if they see what you have, then yeah, that's great and everything. But what
Yeah.
potential do you have?
Also, like that's not a good thing. Always rapping about that. Like rappers get killed and robbed over that. Like for real. Like chains get snatched almost every other day, and people get killed. Like not to, like saying it's not their own fault. Like it's like you should be aware of what you post on social media as well. That's why some rappers get got. Like when you're doing stuff like that, you got to be careful and aware of your surroundings. Like take like the Indian boy situation. I don't know why he got killed, but like he died right on live.
Man, that's why you don't share your location on social media. You only do it to one of your homeboys that you really trust. If you don't do it to your homeboys that you really trust, you gon' get got. And that's exactly what happens to other rappers that try to be big and tough and all that shit, and they share their location.
Even the toughest rappers and even the rappers who are really about that life even get touched eventually.
Yeah, you write a song about being untouchable. Young boy did it. He might have not been touched, but he gonna get his.
Like,
Don't get me wrong. He's
he
my
wa-
favorite rapper. He's my
look,
favorite rapper. I've been rocking.
look. He ain't get touched streetwise, but like he got touched by the feds. He in jail right now. He gonna be in a. I heard rumors. The rumors are he gonna be in jail for like the next 2 years.
Oh yeah, especially with the allegations he has right now, it's not looking good for him. It's not looking good for him.
Like even if you don't get touched by the streets, you eventually gonna get touched either by the streets or by somebody by the feds. Like take lit sushi lit Yoshi from Fredo Bang's label and brand TBG. He in jail now fighting a murder charge one night, and so is YNW Melly. And some of that I don't know about the lit Yoshi case, but definitely with the YNW Melly case and TK's cases, they're both getting the lyrics used against them in court.
Oh man, but TK had some balls. I'm not gonna cap. He had big ass balls for doing that shit.
Like yeah, TK's lyrics can definitely be used against them. YMW Melly's yes and no because the song was dropped way before the incident even happened. TK's is hard to say with the timeline between that song and the incident, but definitely like the video was definitely him on the run. So definitely his song and lyrics and videos can definitely be used against him. But with definitely with YML you can, but also can be used at the same time because some of the songs he released and some of the videos he dropped were way before any of those incidents even happened. So it's really not. It can hold up in court, but it's really not a really strong. It shouldn't be used. It shouldn't be used as the main evidence. It shouldn't be used as the same evidence.
Oh yes, like evidence is everything nowadays. Like if you have like one sample just left behind and they find that shit, it's over.
Yeah, evidence is not hard to find nowadays, especially with all the technology going on.
Technology makes it so easy. They make it so easy.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's like if you don't get touched by somebody in the streets and somebody flying like if you with the street shit, yeah. But that's why I listen to like artists like J Cole a lot, especially some of his older stuff and a lot of his new stuff is because he's even though he has money, still talks about what's going on in the world and still, like he still has a bunch of life stories to tell and whatnot. And that's why I listen to artists like that.
He doesn't change. I swear to God, he does not change.
Like money, like he's one of the artists that money hasn't changed. like he can go out and go on stage and perform, which he did. I'm saying this because he did. He can go on stage in a t-shirt, sweatpants, and Crocs and perform, and still give a good ass show, not even look like that. Like money hasn't. He's one of the many artists that money hasn't changed.
Oh man, bro. If I'm gonna be honest. If I'm rich like that, I wouldn't even need design. I'm probably not even gonna get designer clothes. I'm gonna go out with this shirt, this specific shirt, with some pants like these, bro. Like
Yeah,
it's not all about the money all the time, man. You gotta switch it up. You gotta keep it going with your own shit, man. You gotta be creative with what you're showing, bro. Like you can't talk about money all the time. Like that's like if money changes you, then you might eventually come to a level of asshole, and there's
yeah.
also another level of being subtle flex, which I don't mind. I don't mind a subtle flex,
So the
but
flex,
it's
that's what I do sometimes. Like, yeah, sometimes I can wear certain things that's designer like jeans, but it's not super super what you call it super designer like, and ain't no Gucci or no Louis or nothing like that. It's like some basic grindhouse. You can go in there, get it from like they cost like anywhere from like $40 to $100 at the most, but like you can rap about the street life and all like the money you get. Like Kendrick does it, but he does it to where like it's the shit he's seen, like and the shit that happened around him in his personal life. You don't have to be like, oh, my brother life all the time. Like you could see like the shit you seen, like, oh, my brother, I see my brother get shot at 15, or my daddy get shot like that. That's like you can rap about it like in that way, but you don't always have to be like, oh, I'm tough. I can beat anybody up. I can kill anybody like that. Because eventually, somebody's gonna test that theory in the street, or you can commit a crime your lyrics can be used against you or even your social media.
yeah.
Cause there's a lot of artists who like used to do scamming stuff, and they used to like rap about it and post all the stuff they purchased from it, and that's why like it's not safe anymore for social media and all the technology going on in the world.
Yeah, man. Especially testing people in the streets. They especially do that. That is the toughest thing, and that will get you killed. That will get you killed.
Get you killed, jumped, robbed, everything.
The biggest fear I have with that, since I do it, like rap about killing and shit. Um, all I gotta say is that yeah, I rap about killing, but music doesn't always have to be serious.
Well,
Like,
yours is kind of well. Some people the way you do it is like some people consider it cap rap or the way it's personify rap. You do a persona, like you do it for like show and as a character. But with other people, it's like trying to be hard and flexing, showing guns all over social media and whatnot, and having guns in the video. I know sometimes guns in the video is not to prove that you're hard. It's for both showing that you hard, trying to show that you are, but it's also protection because people just do roll up on your block while you're shooting a video and shoot that bitch up. So that's why I understand that aspect of it. But like you and I always gotta do that.
there's always another alternative. You could get bodyguards. Bodyguards are literally, you know what? I'm gonna talk about Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane was in. I don't know if it was like a big ass limo or a fucking kind of like I forgot what that model name is. It's like the most typical one, and it's black and then has bulletproof fucking windows.
Yeah. A lot of nowadays, a lot of artists have bulletproof stuff on their vehicle when they're traveling, especially like the tour bus and whatnot. Because like sometimes these beefs, like these rap beefs, are not serious, but some of them are like with the Thug beef and the Lil Wayne and Young Thug beef a little while ago, a couple years ago. It was alleged that Young Thug had sent people to shoot up Lil Wayne's tour bus, and his bus got shot up. Like I don't know. Also, again, I don't know what too much about Triple Red's personal life, and like he has his previous criminal record could have been a part of it, but he's not always in beats. He's normally on his own way, to my knowledge. and his bus randomly got shot up while he was on tour for his Trip at Night tour, and his bus randomly got shot up. Nobody was like the only person that was really hurt and hit, but he didn't die. Thank God, was the bus driver. But they could have been horribly wrong, and he could have crashed the whole bus, and everybody could have died. But yeah, like even that, like you gotta be like just be careful what you say on records and on what you say on records and what you say on online and social media and what you say in your interviews, because you are a public figure.
Yeah, if once a public figure, you are always gonna be the main target. Also, R.I.P. that bus driver. He did not deserve that.
No, he didn't die. He didn't die, but he definitely got hurt.
Oh damn, he got hurt. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's why some people. That's why some people say being a rapper is like one of the dangerous jobs, most dangerous, if not the most dangerous job in the world, is one of them. Like especially for the black rappers, because being a black man in America is already dangerous. So being a rapper on top of that with a little bit of fame and especially if you got knowledge like Tupac had knowledge, definitely that's also make you a little bit more dangerous, as well as money. Like they don't want to see you with money. It's like so definitely makes you a target in certain situations, especially with your own race and your own kind. Some people who are jealous and envious, that definitely plays a part of it. Or
And it could just be anyone with a lot of money. It could literally be anyone. I saw like a YouTuber. His name was Didi, right? And he fucking he was rolling up in a Lamborghini, and he was white. He was white. Not to point out any race or anything, but he was white, right? So he was just riding in his Lamborghini, just trying to go somewhere, and of course, a cop had to stop him, and he didn't give him any information on why he got stopped. He just said driver's license, please. And then he tried to ask why he was getting pulled over. He was like, right, license and registration. Nothing. Completely nothing.
yeah, and the main part, no, it's like most of the time for me, it's like I think it's like you don't even have to worry about. It's not mainly your own kind. Like sometimes, like majority it is, but the other half, the majority is more like the police and whatnot that want to get you, and like females that can set you up as well. But like it's not even the black rappers getting touched nowadays. The white boys are getting touched too. Like a lot of the white boys are getting touched. Like because a lot of like they got some white boys who are in the streets and they are getting touched too as well with the law and especially it's kind of becoming a little more common for the white street rappers to starting to getting killed and shot at and like hurt whatnot. That's starting to become the case nowadays too as well. So you just got to be aware of what you say.
Yeah. Yeah, because even with me, I could be a target right now because of what I say. But yeah,
Definitely.
but at least at least I don't show guns in my music videos, and at least I don't try to flex that I have guns and shit. Pussy, stop kidding. I'm kidding.
Stop. Before you get rolled up on.
But yeah, definitely. I don't post guns and shit. That's like if I do post guns, it's either photoshopped or I only represent it to fit the aesthetic of what I rap about. And it's not always, what is really going on. It's also how it's supposed to go on.
And definitely, but like you're not the one. You're not actually on the street shit. You're just what people consider not to like put you down or put your music down or nothing. But what you do is considered cap rap and personified rap, in other terms. But like the white boys that are getting touched and killed and hurt are the ones who are actually having guns in the videos, all on their social media, smoking weed. Those are the ones getting touched and killed mainly because they are actually showing, or at least trying to show, that they're about that life.
Yeah.
It's not even showing like regular guns. Some of them are actually just showing the gun, but they're actually trying to make you worse about like trying to prove they're hard about having all the little attachments with it, like the little add-ons to the thing, like with the extendos, the red beams, all kind of different color beams, all kind of all that, and like all that, because it makes it more. I guess it makes it more lethal, make you harder. Because I guess most of that shit is sometimes, depending on where you at, it is illegal when you having all them attachments on your gun. That's why people are trying to prove they're hard, because like, oh, oh, you have a gun that makes you kind of hard, but if you have all the attachments, that makes you, I guess, harder. I guess I'm not sure. I'm not into that kind of shit.
I've seen videos of white boys having attachments on their guns. It's mainly just because they just want to show it off and they know knowledge about guns and they just want to give people knowledge about guns. And I've seen videos like that and it's amazing. I really like those. I really like those because they don't use it in a bad way. They just use it accordingly as it's shown as in manuals and shit. That's how they were supposed to be used.
If you're like, I don't mind you having attachments on your gun if you using it like for like sport and like shooting range and some shit like that. But if you talking about like waving it all on the fucking camera, like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna shoot something. Yeah, I'm shooting shit. Like, I'm hard as a bitch like that. I don't like using them that way. Like, that's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, don't be like Comethazine. This man did a fucking Russian roulette with himself, like 3 bullets in the chamber, like 2 times. He didn't even die.
Some of these rappers are getting out of hand. Like Lil Garn, like what beef do you have that is that bad that you have to go get you an AK-47? No, not even an AK-47 because those are coming common with the street artists. But like, what is that? What beef that you have is that bad that you have to go and get like a fucking rocket launcher or an RPG? Like, it's like, how do you even get that? Like, those shit should be illegal. Those shits are illegal to have as a U.S. citizen unless you like a fucking like a soldier or the government or some shit like that. You,
bro, he's on some Zilla commie shit.
like you can you can legit look up Lil Ginar, how you want to pronounce his name, Ginar, and you can look up his name. You could type in RPG and it'll show a picture of him holding a fucking RPG.
Well, Ginar, you're pulling a fucking Zilla commie shit right now, bro. You need to chill.
Like, it's not a prop either. Like, it's not a prop either. Like, where do you get where in the hell do you get a actual legit real fucking RPG from? What did you fight in the fucking military?
Man, goddamn fucking. If you're having to deal with the Arabic people or you just have connections to them at all, kudos to you, man, because god damn, bro.
Like, definitely, like that can definitely, like, having an RPG and posting that shit on all social media and having that all your videos trying to be hard, that can definitely get your ass locked up.
Yeah, you in danger, boy. I don't know what the fuck you doing trying to post that shit on social media.
Like me, if somebody like was beefing with, like, I would be like, you a dumbass if you want to beef with Lil GNR. Like, who would beef with a nigga with an RPG? I know I wouldn't. It's not because I'm scared, but like, it's the smart thing to do is don't beef with a dude who owns a fucking RPG.
Yeah. Well, I mean, off topic, but Zillakami had an RPG. I heard in an interview, either a rocket launcher or an RPG. Really doesn't matter.
Same difference.
Yeah, just the same difference. He said he hasn't shot it, and he wouldn't use it on other people. So that's exactly what he said on the interview, on the No Jumper interview, by the way.
That can be proof. That can be evidence right there saying he has it. But unlike, he's not like Lil Ginar who actually goes on Instagram and shows the bitch off and like actually waving that bitch around like this man in all Instagram videos waving that motherfucker around.
Yeah, man. Like, just, at least be like Zillakami. You'd be like, man, they SWAT tried to raid us, and then Adam22 is like, man, did they catch you for any? Like, no. Not at all.
Of course the cops are gonna raid you. You just openly admittedly saying you own a fucking RPG.
Well, here's the thing, right? They didn't raid him because he had an RPG. They were raiding him because they saw the music videos of them having guns, cocaine, and shit.
Yeah. You see, that's why you can't be into like being like the big kingpin and trying to rap at the same time because you're definitely gonna get caught.
Yeah. By the way, I know one of the guns had a concealed carry license on him, so kudos to you, Zillakami. You just fucking got yourself out of a situation like that. I know either all the guns are props because I know that if you were smart enough, you wouldn't show real guns just to get yourself locked up.
50% of the time in videos like that would have guns in them. 50% of the time they are real guns because they actually got beef. It's just to show how hard they are, but also take themselves just in case the ops are just happening to be passing by and they see them shooting a music video, they can be ready for it. But like half the time, like with the case of Slim Jesus, who openly admitted he is not about the life. Not to put him down on none, he has alright music to me, but he admitted, like it says in the beginning of the video, his video is like those guns are props.
Oh yeah, definitely. If I were to make a music video like that, I wouldn't do it to be hard. I would just, show off guns and say it's props. Just
Or sometimes they do that just in case cops do look at their stuff. They say they're props so they can get away with it.
That's just banning yourself wanting to be locked up just for doing something stupid like that.
Definitely, but like, you don't need guns in your video to prove you're hard. Like, are you gangster? Like, that ain't gangster. Like, trying to prove how many niggas you didn't kill, how many niggas you didn't beat up. No, that's not hard. What's really, like, to me, what's hard is like taking care of your family and making money and like taking care of your business and doing what you gotta do. That's to me that's really gangster.
That's a real meaning of a gangster. Doing what you gotta do is a real gangster. Not shooting up people just because you think you're hard. That's not a gangster, bro. That's a straight up wannabe gangster, man.
If it was a life or death situation where you actually have to defend yourself and yada yada yada, like with the case of Lil Baby, when he was with his family in the Walmart, he shot somebody. That was self defense. I understand if that's the case, but you want a little overboard with like bragging about it or not. Like if that's the case,
Yeah.
and like if you gotta protect yourself, then that's fine. But like you gotta defend yourself, that's fine. But if you just on like street shit and beefing with niggas randomly and saying yeah I killed this and that nigga, you gonna get yourself caught either by one or two people, the feds or your ops.
Yeah, especially the ops. The ops don't. Unless you got some pretty pussy ass ops. I'm just saying. You'll never know nowadays. Most people are pussies than they're fucking gangsters, bro.
But yeah, like even rappers who are on the street stuff, on the street shit, like say if G Duck's case for like he was still slightly on it, but like he was slowly getting up off and going like the pop route definitely, and he was just out and about doing his thing, like shopping like for designer shit, and he got popped right in midday.
Man.
It's like there's a lot of incidents I could keep naming, but like yeah, that's not like the way to go.
Yeah, man. I'm not saying that the street shit needs to stop, but handle your business, bro. If it's a life or death situation and you have to use that strap, go ahead, cause that's self-defense. That is self-defense, man.
I'm not blaming a nigga for like I don't blame a nigga for nothing to do to get cake. If that's the only way you can get your money was by selling drugs or whatever, I'm not blaming you, but also at the same time, like I'm not saying it's bad. It's like I'm saying it's wrong, but it's like, hey, it's doing you. Some people do have self will and knowing their like I'm not blaming them, but also smart personal responsibility is the case. What I'm trying to say is, at one point in time, you gotta take some self responsibility of what you're doing, and that's why you putting money in this guy's pocket. That's why, but it's not our fault because the government is flying this shit in and putting this shit in the hood, and so we can't prosper because the majority of the government is racist and corrupt. And that's why we have all these drugs and guns in the hood and whatnot.
Yeah, and sometimes people don't even have a choice. They have to do it. They have to do it in order to feed their families and just keep food on the plate, man. Like it's hard. It's hard. But they gotta do what they gotta do.
Yeah, if that's what you gotta do, then gotta do. But if you don't have to do it and you're just doing it just to do it, like that's fucking stupid.
I know your business, man.
If you're just doing it just to do it, that's stupid. But if you gotta do it, understandable. Next topic. What's the next topic?
All right. I don't know what you want to talk about. I'm open to anything. I mean, I'm gonna say this right now. Currently, I just uh I just got done editing a video, mostly like an audio for my long lost album slash song. It's only gonna be
Yeah.
a song because most of the songs on the album might be trash. You'll never know unless you hear it. Like you might have seen the album on SoundCloud, Spotify, or whatever. But on YouTube, I'm working on it. I am working on it.
Let's see what's in the latest hip hop news. Uh, let's see, because this is a podcast for everything, not just G100. This is for overall pop culture and everything else.
Well, I mean, we've been talking about the streets and shit. So we just did part of that.
One thing I want to talk about. Two of my favorite artists just did a song together. J. Cole and Lucas Jonah. I haven't heard the full song, but I definitely heard a
Lucas
snippet of
Joyner.
it. But I definitely had a good. I definitely heard a snippet of it, and it's definitely fired.
Oh
It
yeah.
slaps. It
Oh yeah.
definitely goes in.
Yeah.
The song
My
is.
dad,
the-
my dad was recently listening to Journal Lucas featuring Lil Baby. He was too hooked on it, and then I was like, all right, I see you. So then,
But the new song with J. Cole and Lucas Joyner uh definitely slaps. It's a song called Your Heart, and it goes really hard. I love it. I haven't heard all of it yet, but from what I've heard, it's definitely dope, and it's definitely like one of the best songs has featured I heard from like J. Cole and Joyner Lucas for real.
I've listened to the whole thing, and I swear to God, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that shit slaps. I'm not even kidding. It slaps.
Like on I would say, let's see, the sort, if you was writing it from like the Source magazine point of view, how many mics would you give it? 1 through 5. 5 being the best, 1 being the worst, and well being like not all that, and like no mics being the very worst.
Man, there's no debate. Of course, I'm gonna give it a 5, man,
So
because
you
there's two lyrical rappers in the same fucking song. There's
so
no
you
way that there would not be a 5. There's no way.
so you give it 5 mics?
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely would give it 5 mics, definitely for sure.
man, two lyrical rappers in the same song. You can't rate it lower than that.
Yeah, not nowadays. Not too many artists and rappers can. It's like you have to be actually come with it to get 5 mics. But like the most you can get out of it is like if you like neutral, 3s are you decent, 4 you up there, 2 like you got to do better than 1's like you just suck. Like you like that shit sucked. Like you have to be on top of your game to be a 5.
Oh yeah, you gotta be like those two to even get a 5, bro. Like it's not even cap, cause that exact song right there, that just made me think of how men are, man, and
Only
sometimes how women are.
only certain artists to me not so many artists in this generation in my opinion, that's just my opinion, don't like my hate on all the new rappers, but a lot of the rappers don't are not worthy of a 5. Some people will some a lot of people will give them 5s because it's what's hot right now, but to me it's not really worth the 5. At the least they're at 3 or 4, somewhere in the middle. They're all right. I'm not gonna 100% hate on it because a lot of the music I do kind of dislike. I'm not gonna say I might like the Migos. I don't like the Migos too much, but I like them if I need to be hyped. Like only in certain situations I like some of the new rappers that are over popular and overrated.
Yeah,
This-
I'm gonna be honest right now. I don't like the Migos, but I'm gonna say this right now. They're not bad when they come to music. They're not
Yeah,
bad
I'm
when they
not.
come to music.
And I'm not gonna hate on. I'm not gonna 100% hate on the. I'm not gonna say I hate it 100%. I'm not gonna say I dislike. I don't like it at 100%. But like, so I'm not gonna be like fake it and say I don't like. Oh, that's trash. I don't listen to them at all. Of course, I listen to it. It's the music of the generation, right? That's going on right now. So of course, I'm gonna say I'll listen to it. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm not gonna sit here and put up a fake in the front saying like, "Oh, they're trash. I don't listen to that garbage at all." No, of course I listen to that. I'm gonna keep it 100 with it. This is keeping it 100 with G100. So I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. I do listen to that sometimes. Sometimes I do like a little bit of it, but sometimes I just can't stand it. Like you have to catch me on a certain day, like on a certain mood, for me to listen to that and actually like, hey, it's not that bad.
But, hey, that's how it's supposed to be. You either catch me in my mood, or it's the exact song I like in any mood. Like it's like you gotta find me at a perfect time to have me listen to that shit, man.
Like most of the time, it's like I'm not like it's good. It's like that's what's hot. Like that's what's hot. That's fine. Like, I do have my opinion on it. It's like it's not for me. It's like me. I grew up since I'm like one of the youngest old heads in the world. So for me, it's like it's not for me really. It's like I like new rap. Like it just has to be a certain artist. But like the Migos is not for me. Like because I was raised on the older generation of music. So that's why I'm not into the Migos and stuff like that. Really, that mumble rap and the oh I got a lot of money. Da 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 da. That's why I'm not really into that kind of stuff.
And I'll say this right now. It's I only like one mumble rapper. He started out as a mumble rapper, but he made his way up to actually be lyrical, and that's Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah, I'm not too much into Lil Uzi Vert. I'm not sure if this 100% is, but like ever since like that thing came out where he's supposedly a devil worshiper, so that's why I'm not too much into him because he's supposed to be a devil worshiper. That thing that the video when it was viral it says, "Oh y'all going to hell with me?" Like nah, dog, I'm not fucking with that. So
Yeah,
that's why.
I mean that's how you destroy your reputation. If you say shit like that, yeah, people are gonna start fucking hating on you. But you know what? It's social media. I think he was just doing it for a stunt, just to gain his followers up. Cause shit like that, you could actually gain your followers up, no problem.
Yeah, if you are actually and truly a devil worshiper and putting it out there and you actually doing that, I don't mess with that. But like no, if it was
Yeah,
like just like a publicity stunt, fine. But if you once you actually try to start selling shit that has to do with devil worshiping, like shoes, shirts, like no, like if you actually like putting like actual devil worshiping and actually putting like devil worshiping titles on it and stuff like that, that's when that comes a no, like a no. I don't mess with that because I'm not a very religious person, but I definitely am a spiritual person. I do believe in God. I do believe in religion and whatnot. So when it comes to that, like I just don't mess with certain stuff like that.
yeah. And for the people who don't know, I'm not religious at all. I'll wear anything, whether it's devil worshipping or God related. I really don't care. Like I'm just dark like that.
If it's like an image and you doing it for acting, like if you're doing like as an acting thing as your image and whatnot, and you're doing it just for entertainment, fine.
Yeah,
But
especially that like Christians will understand unless you're just a big Christian that's forceful. But besides the point, if you are that type of person that really doesn't matter with just image and just clothing, then yeah, I'll fuck with you. Like that's the only person I'll respect. Like if I wore dark clothing, and if they just saw it as an image, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And yeah,
like
I'll fuck with it.
like yeah, like the like way before we were born, like somewhere in the 70s or 80s, I don't know this time period, but like the reason why most shit nowadays has the the explicit content sticker on it is because people are getting too religious with it and thinking that all rock music have to do with devil worshiping and backmasking and all that. That's why that thing has nowadays. There's a documentary I can't remember at the time, but I'll definitely send you the link for it. And that's why stuff nowadays has the that label on it is because most of the lyrics people are getting sensitive about it. It's starting to become sensitive about it because it has to do with people thought all this music has to do with sex, drugs, violence, devil worshiping, like all that. That's why that stuff nowadays, like music nowadays, a lot of the CDs and the streams and the cover arts have that symbol on it is because back in the days. And that's I'm that's what people who are very religious though. I'm not a very religious person. I'm just spiritual.
Yeah. And I have respect for that. Like
Like
I've know many people that could be religious, but at the same time, they're not really forceful. They're not really religious to at the point where they praise him and then he's just you know all up
I
all around
understand.
it.
Like horrorcore music, they use horror related imagery and like stuff like that, like the very super dark imagery as entertainment. But as someone like half of them are like just like it's like their character name like with Mars. Mars is just an entertainer. He does use some of that dark imagery, but at the end of the day, he's a God fearing man and he worships God and whatnot. He just says that's as entertainment. And they got the people who are taking it serious and actually doing that kind of stuff. Like with Psycho Sam, he was a true murderer and he was like too like weak minded.
Hmm. And that's sad to hear when he's literally a god worshiper himself. Oh no.
Like no, I don't know what's the situation, but like he was too weak minded and like he went out and murdered his girlfriend and like her family and her best friend, and that's why he's in jail now for a very long time because he he was trying to take it to the next level and he took the message and not just because like part of it is being weak minded. Also, it has to do with the parenting. So like so so that is like no. Like if you're just doing like the dark imagery and all that just for entertainment and faking it, all right, that's fine with me. If you're just doing it as imagery and you're just doing it as an image and it's for strictly entertainment purposes, fine. But once you start actually getting involved in one devil worship and you actually start doing this shit for real, and start out going out people and trying to sacrifice and doing all this bullshit, that's where I draw the line. Cause they got so many people who's impressionable, especially little kids. Like nowadays, it's just they got people impressionable. They got too much. It's like everything with social media, TV, and everything. Everything was just mainly electronic. So that's when I draw the line because it gets it's too easy to be accessed.
Yeah. And also, this is just gonna be like a short episode. We're not gonna keep it like too long. Just like saying it from a fact.
All right. Next topic. I'm trying to find some topics right in here. Since I ain't had nothing, no topics to like plan. Like the first episode was easy because we just kept naming topics. But like I'm gonna go like this is non-scripted, so we don't have a script and I have no like news prepared for y'all. So
Yeah, everything we say, I can
one thing
even jumble up my words. Like that's how scripted it is.
it's not a script. I'm just trying to find something to talk about.
Yeah, because sometimes the news can really come up that quick.
Like some of like this is not scripted, so like one thing I definitely want to talk about is like the Kanye West. I'm gonna talk some stuff about from my see from my Twitter feed. Most of my topics either come from my shit from my head or from my Twitter feed. One thing I saw is Kanye West is getting a documentary series on Netflix. Definitely, it shows like different moments of his life before, like, I guess all the way up to now. I haven't seen too much on it, and I think it's pretty interesting. I seen a clip from it of him freestyling. It was pretty cool. That's definitely a excuse me. I'd definitely be a scene. I definitely something I'd be interested in watching on Netflix. So I watch a lot of stuff on Netflix, like documentaries involving hip hop artists and music and just not. So I think that would be definitely interesting to watch and whatnot.
Yeah, that's I'll give that a chance. The documentary, that's something I would want to watch.
As
Cause
well,
I want to know what happened in his past life that can lead up to now.
definitely. Another topic I want to talk about is the new show BMF. It's about the Black Mafia family and whatnot. Is made by 50 Cent. I don't know what it is. I love 50 Cent's movies and shows. Anything he produces, like it's very good. Like Power. Power was a great. There, I think I can't remember if it was on Fox or CBS. Where dude was like a lawyer in jail and whatnot. That was pretty good. And now I'm like, I love Power, but that new show BMF for about the Black Family Mafia, Black Mafia family. My bad. That seems pretty interesting. I heard in one of the upcoming episodes that Eminem's supposed to be in it. He's playing somebody he's playing a very big person that was in history, well, like drug and slash crime history. White boy Ricky, which is a real person. He's playing that person. If you want to know more about him, you can just do your research. I won't always trust movies and whatnot, but if you want to like be interested in from a slightly entertainment purpose, watch YG's movie of White Boy Ricky that came out not last year, I think 2019 or maybe last year. And that was a pretty good movie. That was also interesting. Interesting. While we're also on the topic of hip hop news, I heard Youngboy got a new album out called Sincerely Kentrell.
Yeah, I've seen the images about the album cover, and it's I can't really recall because like I've seen it, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it. So I might just go see right now. Actually, I'm gonna go see right now.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on.
Album.
I also heard about Eminem. I guess Eminem has opened up his own restaurant called Mom Spaghetti, and it's going as I don't know. I haven't heard the full story, but I've been seeing all of my up and down my Twitter timeline about Eminem's new restaurant called Mom Spaghetti in his hometown Detroit. So I guess his his joke, his 20-year-old joke from Lose Yourself has finally come true, and he's making actually more money off of it, and actually making a restaurant out of it.
All right, let me go ahead.
What you think about that?
Hold on, because I'm actually putting the young boy image in the thing. All right, so yeah, I just pulled up the image for the album cover from Sincerely Contrell. And I don't know that little boy in the studio. I don't know if that's his son or anything.
Yeah, it's one of his sons. It's one of his children.
So it's one of his children.
Yeah.
So I see that. All right, and then I see Young Boy.
Yeah,
in his studio, specifically in his studio.
That has to be already taken picture because he's definitely in jail right now. I don't know how. Like, I guess he had a lot of stuff planned before he left, or he's planning stuff over the phone one night. I'm not sure what the case is right now, but definitely that'd be kind of an interesting album. He has a new song. I can't remember the title of it right now, but it's a new song that everybody's starting to like. And when I'm not really on the new wave of Young Boy, I am a fan of him. Don't get me wrong. I've been rocking with him since like I was in middle school. So about like the 38 Baby era, like that area, I started listening to him. About from that album up to now, definitely. But like definitely that's one of the lot of artists that gets a lot of hate nowadays. And everybody says like, oh, he like I'm like it's just a lot of stuff going on with that and whatnot. So like I'm not one of his haters. I'm alright. I'm not a big fan of him now, but he's alright. I definitely listen to his music every now and then.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like people hate on him, but it's the known fact that he was the hottest rapper, the hottest rapper out right now.
Yeah, He's still got some good music. I don't like all of his music now, but like he got a couple songs. Like he got a lot of songs I like, a lot of songs I don't like, and he's definitely interesting. But like I don't know why. I understand why he gets a lot of hate. Like it's just because everybody likes him.
Here's the excuse that I get from everyone. I ask this question all the time. Why do you hate NBA YoungBoy? And most of them most of the people just say he's trash, and I always ask for an explanation, but all I hear from their mouth is he is trash. Now, I don't know what's up with that. If like, all right, so people watching this, if you are watching this, comment down below if you think he's trash or not, and explain why. I don't want it. I don't want to hear just he's just trash. I want to know because a lot of people just say he's just trash.
In my opinion, he's definitely overrated. But he's not like, to me. He's not that. He's not one of the best rappers. Like, but he's pretty good. Like, I like him. I like all the songs. But I don't agree with other half the shit he does sometimes. But like, I am definitely an original fan. So like, yeah, I'm not on the wave. Like, cause that's like a lot of the artists blow up nowadays. Move on to the next topic. How artists blow up nowadays? Cause like a lot of people blow up because of the TikTok trend and because of the wave. Everybody wants to jump up on the wave and try to keep on the news thing, and that's what I hate. Like, people like music because of a trend. Like the thing with Straight Outta Compton. Everybody all of a sudden loved NWA and all the old school rap. And when that movie came,
I've seen videos of girls, just doing their hair and shit, and it's like just listening to Tupac, and I'm like, all right, so if she really was a true Tupac fan, okay, that's cool with me.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's just for the trend or anything.
Yeah,
but, no hate.
Half people didn't know half people didn't know who Tupac was, who NWA was until they saw the movie. Like, half I don't even know who that was, or half I didn't know who they was and never listened to their songs. But like, I've been on that. Like, that's what I grew up on. Like UGK and everything old school. I grew up on that. That's why I'm not big on new school music like that anymore. It's because I grew up on the old school shit. And you see my record collection. I absolutely love music and hip hop.
Oh,
That's why. So I'm a young original artist who always had a love for old school hip hop, way before any of the movies came out.
Yeah, and just to keep this in mind, I did not I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, I didn't grow up listening to Tupac and everything. My dad had to introduce me to you because I wasn't taught all the rappers in the old school.
I wasn't taught all as well. Wasn't taught all of the. I was trying to a good majority of it, but I originally eventually on my own I did find it on my own. Eventually I did find it on my own and whatnot. So that's not always the case, but like, my dad definitely played a lot of the old school stuff, old school R&B, old school hip hop, and all that music around me. And like, I don't just listen to rap. Like, my grandfather, my mom, my grandmother's husband, he definitely put me on to a lot of rock music as well. Instead of my dad, he did like a lot of the younger rock music, like Linkin Park, like that. That's why I know Linkin Park. And
rock music is where it's at. Like, I'm telling you, it's not
like
guys,
a lot of
it's not all about hip hop and shit. You got to mix up something. You gotta
a lot of the older music, like a lot of the older rock was introduced to me by my grandfather. A lot of the newest stuff was found by my dad, and he told me that as well. Like, one of my birthdays when I was younger, they eventually bought me the Rock Band mic, not the Rock Band mic, the Rock Band game with the full setup, like the full box setup. That came with the drums, the guitar, the mic, and everything in the game on the Wii. And that's why I definitely found a lot of more of my rock band taste, like rock music taste, and like songs and whatnot, as well as I mentioned in the last episode with Pandora, that put me on to a lot of music and whatnot.
And shout out to Guitar Hero. They are the real ones for putting those rock music on there, especially Rock Band. Rock Band also did a good job.
Yeah, my favorite one is Rock Band 2 is the one I played the most, and Rock Band 1 I played the most. But I also played the Beatles version. I haven't played many other versions. But yeah, I definitely played that. When the Rock Band and the Guitar game, the Guitar Hero game I played the most is the one in the arcade, because it has a lot of the songs I already knew about, and I found a couple other ones while playing that.
I don't know. Recently, I didn't even know this, by the way. This is literally just out of top. Not I don't know if I could call this other topic or not. It's kind
Go
of
ahead and say it.
Yeah. So I recently just found a video with Limp Bizkit featuring Lil Wayne. I was like, might as well check it out.
Yeah, not a lot of people know this. If you love hip hop and rock, they got a lot of old school, like a lot of not almost not old school, but a lot of older music that is rock and hip hop. Like technically, like Linkin Park is rock and hip hop. Fort Minor, Limp Bizkit as well. I'm definitely a big fan of Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit goes hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They even got a few country rap hip songs that it sound. I know it sounds funny. It's like weird, but like Everlast is not bad. I like a few. I like a couple of Everlast songs.
Yeah. Also, like, I'm not a big fan of country. I listen to that shit all the time, and I got tired of it. But country type rock songs, they're not too bad. I like them. I really like them.
I even listen to like classical music sometimes. I'm not too big on opera, but definitely classical music. I love me some classical music. And if you can mix that with a little bit of like rap, like they got the song I got a song called Beethoven. That's I knew it's like a song that came out recently. That's pretty good. I like it. It's been on TikTok for a while. But one of my favorite songs that features a piece of classical music, an iconic piece of classical music is I Know I Can by Nah. That's really old. That's like at least 10, 20 years old because that was a song I was probably out when I was even before I was in elementary probably. And that song is very good. I love that song to this day. And that features the classic piece of music for Elise. And that's one of my favorite piece of classical music.
All right. You want to move on to the next topic, or you want to keep going with
Yeah.
this one? All right.
S-
Because I have some shit on my mind. So, I really like I like songs that are storytelling. I really like it. Like who does storytelling? Because I know it's
uh
just not Jordan Lucas. There's got to be
John
somebody.
Lucas before um King Von did it a lot before he died. He did a lot of it. He started doing like making his own stories, but also doing like the crazy story 1 through 3. And that was a great little story.
Oh yeah,
But he-
those stories were modern with trap beats, and that's
yeah, he
amazing how
also
you could do it.
off his new album. There was there's one track off his new album called Little Wayne, like the Wayne story. And that was a pretty good song, but it's only one part of it. I guess it's supposed to be more, but he died, so it couldn't continue the story.
Oh man.
But one person who does it the best, in my opinion, I don't think too many know about, but a lot of people know about is Trap Terrell. He's like one of like the top people who really does that storytelling stuff.
Yeah, man.
And he gave me the idea to do it, but I ain't gonna release the story because I don't want nobody else to steal the story idea and like try to take and say, "Oh, I'm the originator." Of that. No, but I love the way it's inspired from the Timmy Turner story song he did because um he took designers Timmy Turner freestyle and flipped it into a gangster story, and that was like one of the best. They got like 5, 10, like maybe like 20 at the most. But I know it's definitely 10 different videos, and it's like a long played out story, and it's not just for Timmy Turner. He did it for Ed and Eddie. Like he did it for he took multiple cartoons and flipped them into hood stories.
Sorry, God. Those storytelling, rap stories, they're cold. They're
Yeah, they
completely
are. Like
cold.
the way he does it is really dope, and I love it. He made 4 albums out of it, and like not just the storytelling. His overall like rap style is good, like delivery and all, and it's very good. I love it. He even took like Huey and Riley. He also did like a song by Kanye West called Freedom Papers, which is like kind of like I think 2, 3 years old maybe. And that song is really good. I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs by Trap Tower, Freedom Papers. Technically, it's a Kanye West, but it's not. It's just talking about like stuff like the shit that people didn't like black people didn't agree with, like that's the slavery statement and whatnot, and that and whatnot. Like that's some stuff like he didn't agree with. If you have to go listen to the song for yourself, then you'll see what he's talking about. What I'm talking about when I mention that.
All right. Well, I definitely am gonna wrap this up because at some point I gotta go eat. Like it's like 5:14 p.m.
Yeah. This
That's-
will be one of the shortest episodes out of the whole podcast series. We'll definitely be back sometime soon, mainly on Thursdays. But as I was saying, though, if you want to go like listen to some great storytelling, go find some trap Tyrell or stuff like that. But definitely, as I was saying, let me to wrap it up. The idea I had is like to continue like his story of taking like cartoons and flipping them. There's a character I definitely definitely a character. I just said like, definitely a cartoon character I want to flip from Nickelodeon, which I'm gonna do. I was thinking about actually whenever I get the money, thinking about having him on the thing as well since he inspired me to do it. I'm not gonna reveal it. All you gotta know it's a Nickelodeon character and no one has to do it. Does if you guess it right, you guess it right, but you better not try to steal it or I'll definitely beat the fuck out if I see you. Oh, I sue your ass. I'ma sue you. I'ma sue you. For stealing my idea.
Yeah, but this has been the realest podcast. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it 100 with G100. You know who this is? It's me, Western.
I'm your host. I am host Jay the Prodigy. Keep it 100. Peace, love, 100.